everyone, Mckaiser Dragon here, and as you saw, that was my gear when I beat Act 1. So we're gonna talk about that and discuss how Act 1 was, some interesting points, and yeah. So for Act 1, we go to the coast. Go to the coast. I didn't think much of it, you know. Go through the coast, kill the monsters, easy, easy. And then we get to her. Oh. She killed me twice. She killed me twice or 3 times. It was an eye-opener. I'm just like, how am I supposed to kill her without dying? And sometimes you just need to run away. It's kind of simple. The solution's simple. Just don't fight her. Go around her. But since I'm in softcore, I just killed her after dying 2 or 3 times to her. It wasn't that bad. The monsters, the regular monsters, they seem kind of the same. The normal monsters. And then we get to Tidal Island. That's what I like. I like to do the side quests. And man, that dude seemed easy until I almost killed him. And then he froze me with Glacial Cascade. He froze me with Glacial Cascade, and I thought I was gonna die again. And then he just kind of like, I was right here, right? And this was him. I'm just like, sir, I'm over here. So and he's just attacking everywhere else but where I'm at. I don't understand. I don't know if that's a small little glitch they need to fix. But I felt like he could have killed me. But he just started attacking the air. And then I just killed him. Then we moved to Mud Flats, and the boss here has a degen aura. But I already knew this, so I was careful. I hear people complaining about the Roas in Mud Flats. And to that, I'm gonna say, just, lure them out. They'll run to you, but if you constantly walk, they're not always gonna hit you. They may hit you a few times, but once you start killing them, they're not a big deal. They're not a threat like they was, where you get hit by 2 Roas and you're dead. So, the small, unique boss here, pretty decently easy. Just run away if you're low on life, and you should be fine. Now, the Fetid Pool boss was very high in HP. I felt like it could have been a harder fight if I didn't invest in HP. And I didn't invest in regen gear. So, life regen 1 second, 3 seconds, 1.6. I felt like the fight could have been a bit harder. I feel like the Necromancers just got like a huge HP buff. And so they're going to be super annoying to deal with. And that unique one was pretty hard to deal with. He just kept raising his zombie, the bone, whatever they are, bone Roas. And, after a while I killed him. It wasn't like hard because he hit too hard, it was more hard that I couldn't do enough damage to just kill him at a good pace. So next we have Flooded Depths. And that boss, they changed the boss. It's a crab now, not the little weird little guys that's here that has two forms. He was pretty easy. It wasn't that hard. Submerge passive. This was. There are many. The scary part is when. I think the only scary part is when there was like 5 or 8 of these together, and they all use their like chill cold skill. That almost killed me. I had to run away. I had to heal. I had to go back. I was like, nah, just die. Other than that, it wasn't too bad. The ledge. The ledge is kind of in the middle. The totem boss here would what is it, storm call? The storm call kind of hurt, and if you got hit by like 3 of them, you could die. But if you have enough HP, you're like close to death. But you can still evade the storm calls. So at first I was being lazy. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. I can't be lazy. And then I wasn't lazy, and then it was no big deal. The climb was a joke. That boss did not do anything. He died pretty fast. Prism. It's a nice surprise here. So, what is it? The first, I don't remember if I fought the first floor boss, but the second floor with the bone saw or whatever, the necromancer, the unique necromancer, that dude has so much HP, makes no sense. It's just, and he doesn't do any damage. That's the annoying part. He doesn't do any damage. So it's just like, I have all this HP. I'm just gonna tank you until you kill me, and I'm just gonna tickle you. Ha ha ha. But Brutus, well, they changed the spot where Brutus is at. Little spoiler there. Sorry if I didn't say that first. But the fight is definitely a lot harder. You're in a closed space. He doesn't do this stupid animation where he charges up his grappling hook and then he fires it so you know where to avoid from. No, he just goes shink, and then if you're not constantly moving before he does his grappling hook, he's gonna get you. He's gonna get you every time. But you know, the follow up is a little sloppy, so you can just run out. And then his like triple slam actually hurts. Like you want to avoid that. And so I like to build, like I said, I like to have life regen on my gear. So the fight didn't seem too bad. It did last a while, but nearing the end, I ran out of flasks, and it was just, he was low, I was getting low, and I had to pick what hits I could take and what hits I couldn't take, and I still almost died. I barely killed him without dying. Barely. And I like that. That is a good fight. And yeah, just if you know what he does, it's easy just to move out the way. If you're being sloppy and lazy, then you're gonna get clapped. Or if you're doing like a really, if you're doing a glass cannon build, you're gonna get clapped if you're not careful. Prism Gate. There's like two bosses here, and I think like one has high HP, another is kind of a joke. Ship Graveyard. This was a joke too. I didn't feel any real spike in difficulty here. What is this? Oh yeah, the cave. This boss, both of these bosses, just a joke. And then Murvale. This was another point where those little things were, and I almost died to them here. I think, I forget if I died 3 times here and 2 times here, or it's reverse. It's one of those two, because with this one, I was doing the league uh, the League Expedition, and then a bunch of Roas spawned from one of the explosions, and then I just got clapped by Roas. And I was just like, I got this, and then I run in, get clapped by Roas, and I was like, there's no way I die again, and then I died again to the same Roas. So it wasn't necessarily the monsters themselves, but more of the League mechanic that killed me. And then finally, I became smart, and I was just like, attack first before they hit me, and then I killed them, and then I didn't die. Mervel, so I'm gonna do slash death. Died 5 times, so yeah. Mervel, I guess is just a little bit harder, but these are the rings I used, and they're still the rings I use. Usually, I have to go in there like before the buff. I have to go in there. I would always go in there with sapphire rings, because I'm just like, I don't want to die to Mervel all the time. She's a pretty hard boss. And this time, I just felt like, I think I only had like 10 life regen per second or something. It just took a little bit, but it wasn't hard. I wasn't scared for my life all the time. I know the boss fight, so it's just like move out the way and then just punch her. It looked like there was a lot more pillars, but the pillars of water flying up to attack you, but it wasn't that bad. I just killed her. No real issues. She did get me low a few times, but I wasn't scared. And I didn't feel like I needed those sapphire rings. So overall, I think like the early parts. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about this guy. He almost killed me. I was just like, oh, this guy's easy, and then I saw the damage. Like, okay, let's not get touched by this guy. But other than that, yeah, it was like difficult here, and then here was just too easy. So hopefully, I would say make this boss a little easier, make this boss a bit harder, and then just slowly ramp up the difficulty. And Mervel should be like pretty hard, because this is the final boss before you move on to Act 2, and I feel like she can be, you know, a little painful. So overall, I think it was not bad. It was fun. Like I say, I love Act 1 through 4, and putting the challenge back into those is, I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. Oh, I'm sorry about that. But Acts 5 through 10, I really hope they redo. Kind of redo Act 5, and then actually completely change Acts 1 through 6, because it's just the same thing almost. It's slightly different, but it's the same, and I don't. That's where I'm just like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. That's why I make less characters. But yeah, level 26 now. Act 3. I'll just rush through the acts, since all the other acts are still pretty easy. Sadly, I wish it was a challenge through and through. I think people are just lazy and complacent and comfortable with just blasting through acts 1 through 10, but as an overall theme, the campaign should be meaningful, impactful, and, you know, something not to take lightly. That's what I think. And people are just gonna have to adjust. Stop being little babies and just change your ways. People will find easier ways to clear the campaign. It's gonna take some time. That's okay. It's all about learning in PoE. All about learning. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and tell me what you guys think about Act 1. Do you like it? Do you don't like it? And I think the next video is going to be about, you know, more on the complaints and, you know, the nerfs and stuff and blah blah blah. We'll talk about that tomorrow. And yeah, check out my Patreon, check out my Twitter, check out my Twitch. I guess I'll be streaming this game more often because I'm just like a weak player, and I'm okay with getting nerfs, and I will figure something out. That's the whole goal of Path of Exile, learning how to deal with situations. That being said, hope you guys enjoy this league. I will touch on the league mechanic. I mean, it's alright. It's alright. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. So whatever. That's kind of how I feel. If I feel like doing it, I'll do it. If I don't feel like doing it, I'm just gonna skip it. You don't need to do it. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye.